Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I wanted to show you one of my favorite engines that I don't really run that much anymore. Um, as you can see, it's a precision scale. It's part of the Iron Horse line, and it's a Southern Pacific 410-2, the SP-3, so it's the big 410-2. This model I had I got when I was modeling the Western railroads, and now I'm kind of shifting away from the Western and kind of shifting towards the Eastern. And this is one of the last ones that I still have. Um, it's factory painted and it's got lights and everything. It's a beautiful model. The model itself came out in 1998, and I don't really know how many were produced, but I assume probably around 650 to 75. Over here, that's a hex driver to get the side rods off. Sorry that there's a long pause, and then those are just bags of screws and stuff. So we'll start with the locomotive. The tender, sorry. So here's the tender. It's a typical SP tender, but you can just see how detailed it is and how pronounced everything is. So you can see, or you might not be able to see, but this has a very wide frame for a Vanderbilt tender. And that's because I assume this was designed in a period when PFM sound and early DCC and other digital command and control systems were around. Compared to a lot of the earlier versions of SP engines, it's much harder to get decoders in them because of the lack of accessibility. So this is nice, you don't have to make any modifications. So there's the tender. And then here's the big son of a gun. Now, something that I feel like sets apart this later Korean stuff is the detail quality. There's a difference to me between something that's detailed and has quality detail. If you look at something like a early Japanese engine that has a Lesco feed water heater, which is the water heater that sticks out off the front or on the top, usually they have a lot of detail, but the detail itself isn't high quality. And what I like about this one is the detail itself is very high quality. So if you look at this, you can see, let me get some light on the subject. Let's see. There. You can see you got all the lag bolts for the boiler jacketing. I don't know what this stack is. That might be part of the water. I don't know what that is. But you can see you got the builder's plate. See the gearbox in there. And like the decal work on this is amazing. And the amazing quality of the detail. Put this down and pick it up and flip it over. So you can see it's just a beautiful engine. And because this is later Korean, it's much better built. A lot of the earlier Korean engines that were built in Korea were very touchy on their detail, but this one's nice. You can see you got all the little piping painted in there. And then what sets this apart from the other models, other than the detail, is this. That is a working third cylinder. Now, So you can see right in there where that's the third piston. And this is such a beautiful engine, and you would never know because it runs really nicely and very smoothly. There's an entire another, I guess you could say, valve gear in there. I don't really know how to describe it, but that's the overview of the engine, and I'll get you some facts about this engine, and then you can see it running on my test track that I have on the floor. Don't judge me. There were 3 classes of Southern Pacific 410-2, the SP-1, 2, and 3. Well, they all had they were all very similar. There was minor modifications as the years went on. The SP-3 was the latest run, built a year after the SP-2 in 1927. They were built by American Locomotive Works and featured a wall shirts and Gresley valve gear. The wall shirts was for the standard outside, and the Gresley operated the third cylinder. These locomotives were scrapped earlier than most other Southern Pacific engines in the early 1950s. They had 87,000 pounds of tractive effort, and when the booster was active, it had another 12,000 pounds of tractive effort. These locomotives had 63-inch drivers and weighed 445,000 pounds. And now we'll go into the running section of this video. So now I have the loco on the track. Just can see the directional lighting. Well, actually, you can't because right now it's in reverse, but when I go forward, you can see the directional lighting. So as you can see, this locomotive runs very well and smoothly. It was shorting earlier, but that's because I had the deck plate. This deck plate was hitting the drawbar and causing a short. But these modern, more detailed engines sometimes have shorting on an uneven track, and as you can see, this track is not even, so it causes a little bit of a short. But if you're gonna operate it, then you can just use some cap-down tape to fix it. But this engine is like just beautiful. I mean, if you weathered this, like if you even did just a nice coat of like grimy black over the side rods and valve gear, and just made it so it's a little bit duller on the bottom, this locomotive would look like it's from real life. That's how detailed this is. So you can see low speed operation. It just doesn't like me filming. It was running perfectly fine through there before I was filming, but I mean, you can just see. And I haven't really lubed this thing in a few months, so could use with a good lubing. There you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the poor camera work. It's just hard getting smooth camera shots on the floor. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.